Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm speaking with Joshua McCooey. He's just released a fantastic new single. It is called Dance with Me Sophie, and I'm super excited to talk to him all about it. Joshua, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your spring break to be here and talk to me. How are you doing? What's going on?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. I've just been relaxing and getting to just rest up before I go back next week and
Nice.
get
Where
back into
where
it.
where is back?
I'm living in New York City right now in Manhattan.
Okay, so back to the cold. So you're
Yep.
enjoying the
Yeah.
California sun, or actually, I don't know. I don't know what the weather's like in San Francisco right now. It's super weird throughout the year, so you never know. But that doesn't matter. We are here to talk about your music. You've got a brand new song out. It's called Dance with Me, Sophie. And just honestly, based off my first listen, I've listened multiple times at this point, but the first time just really blew me away. Like knowing how old you are and how you're able to put like these really heartfelt pieces together. Super impressive to say the least. So I kind of want to get in your head a little bit. What does this song mean to you? How did it get started?
Yeah. Oh, well, this song actually means a lot to me. It was one of the projects that I've definitely just been able to dive right in the most, I'd say, out of everything that I've done so far.
Okay.
I started it actually last semester, so last year around, I don't know, September maybe, and it was one of those songs that I just wrote out of just a very sporadic inspiration.
Okay.
And over the course of just months, just rewriting it because I was like I could not get it right, so I just spent time
Yeah.
writing it and rewriting it until ultimately we got to the studio in January when I was back for my winter break and we rewrote it a few more times in the studio
Okay.
and then changed the time signature up, so it was one of those projects, but then we finally got it right. And when we heard it after we had spent all that time, we were like, wow, this really sounds like something. And we were just really
Yeah.
I was so happy with it because seeing something that I had made out of just this thought in my head, just seeing it come to fruition was just the best feeling in the world.
That's amazing and honestly has to be a huge weight off your shoulders at the same time for how much work that
Yeah.
you put into it. So it kind of sounds like this song has gone through different iterations and sounds. How different was the original compared to what we're hearing today?
Um, Pretty different. I mean, it started
All
off
right.
in I think a 4/4 time signature, and now it's
All
in
right.
a 6/8. So
Okay. Yeah.
so that's definitely a change. It's definitely we're leaning into more of like a ballady kind of waltzy feel for the song, which I think definitely improved it overall.
Okay,
But
cool.
um a lot of the lyrics stayed the same. If anything, the lyrics were the least thing to change. It was mostly just we would just go through and cut stuff. I always make my
Okay.
songs with a lot of lyrics. Like that's the first thing that I do is I
Sure.
write down as many thoughts that come to mind, and then we go through and we're like, okay, does this really need this? Maybe we can get to this part faster. And for this song in particular, I had a lot of lyrics.
Sure.
Um, I had mainly I mean, one of the things we did is just uh, placing parts in different parts and just seeing what fit better.
Okay.
And so yeah, it was just I'm proud to say like it didn't really change that much since the original project. It was just multiple rewrites of switching things around and seeing what fit better, basically. Yeah.
No, I totally understand that, especially on the lyric front, because
Mhm.
it's like, first off, it's your story. You want to tell the story in full, but at the same time, like you have to have restraints because it has to be, like a succinct song where people, tap in and they kind of fill in the blanks themselves sometimes,
Yeah.
which then pushes, repeated listens, which is also a plus. That's really nice. One thing that I noticed, and I would recommend for everyone out there to really listen with a nice pair of headphones or a sound system or something, is the production is excellent. Like everything is crisp and clean and mixed beautifully. How did it work on the actual creation process? Like, do you work alone? Do you have, friends behind you, a team? Like, how does it work?
Yeah. So it's kind of an army basically. It's
Oh, okay.
we're working. I'm
Awesome.
working very closely with my producer AJ Hicks,
Got it.
and I've been working with him for I think 6 months, maybe longer now, and he's just
Wow.
amazing. Like we'll go through my songs and like I said, just kind of find what fits better
Sure.
and he's just great on that front. He also we have this team, James DePrato on guitar, Jeff Campitelli on drums, Uriah Duffy on bass, AJ Hicks is the producer, and also Michael Rosen, who actually going back to this question, he was able to mix this this song, and he's just amazing. I mean, he's like wonderful at what he does. He's done stuff for Santana, and
Nice.
he's mixed platinum records for Journey.
Oh,
So
awesome.
he's just like amazing and just like a star out in the Bay Area. And I'm just so lucky to have this team that was able to come together and work on my song, which is just like it's
That's
just
awesome.
something amazing. Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize is like, obviously, you're the artist, you're putting together the arrangements in your head and the lyrics. But on the technical end, it would just be humanly impossible for you to do every single thing. If
Yeah.
you don't have a team behind you or at least one competent person who knows production, it's like speaking another language sometimes.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it sounds like you've surrounded yourself with the best people possible in this situation.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
How much do they have any input on the final product in terms of like sound or style or genre or anything like that? Or is that all you?
um, it was it was mainly me. I mean, a lot of what the finished product came down to was just kind of we were all the song was done live.
Oh, okay,
So
nice.
we were all in the room together. Most of the vocal is also live, so
Got it.
I was singing off of what I was hearing. And mainly we gave them a melody. They had their own lines, and I would help tweak a little things. My producer
Sure.
would help tweak a little things, and it was just really just like a like this really sick bash where we all just came together,
Nice, man.
made it right there, and it was yeah.
How are you describing this song in terms of genre? Like when someone asks you, "Hey, what kind of song did you make?" How do you answer?
I'm still saying like just like pop rock.
Sure.
It's got when again it's got like a kind of like a prom song feel to it a little bit.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
feel
yeah,
that.
I'm just telling everyone pop rock.
You know what? And I think that's kind of the safe answer because people interpret music in their own way. They
Yeah.
might think this wasn't pop rock, this is whatever else. So if you kind of put a wide net on it, you can kind of capture more people who you think might enjoy it.
Mhm.
Totally. So I don't necessarily want to go too far into the future, but I know that this can't be the only thing that you're working on. I know that you released a good amount of music last year. Obviously, this single has been in the works for a while now. Are you the type of artist that's always working towards the next thing or keeping notes for the future?
Yeah, I'm definitely working towards the next thing.
Okay,
And I always it's funny because a lot of the time where I'm working heavily on like even Dance with Me Sophie when I was working on that, I always had okay, so what are we gonna do for the next thing? Like who can I get for a video? Is it gonna be a spring song? Is it gonna be but
sure.
but right now I'm actually working on a song, a single that should come out, I don't know, and maybe over the summer. And
Nice.
I'm really excited for that.
Cool. And you don't have to say too much, but will listeners experience a little bit of experimentation compared to what we're hearing here?
I definitely say so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's fine. You don't have to say anything more. But I think just like as an artist, you kind of want to make what you think is fun and then
Mhm.
also continue to sort of cast that wide net where if like, oh, if you didn't like this song, you might like this one. And I think that's kind of it's really important for someone who's continuing to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Nice. In terms of actually making the song, how does it start for you? Do you have like a certain method to like, okay, lyrics need to come first, or does an instrumental pop in your head?
For me, I most of the time it's lyrics. A few times it's been like, oh, I had this melody and then I wrote the song around the melody.
Okay,
But a lot of the times, I love writing,
sure.
and English has always been my favorite subject. So I love writing down lyrics.
Nice.
It's like one of my favorite pastimes to do. I just I just write it down, and then
Cool.
eventually something comes to my brain that is like reflected of whatever lyrics I just have jotted down on like notes. And yeah, no, it'll just start with the lyrics and poems, and it'll eventually transform into a song.
That's awesome, man. And it kind of, I mean, obviously it's it maybe is like a stress release in a way, because like, I don't know, man. I have the opportunity to talk to so many artists, and for a lot of them, they say it's like their personal diary. The things that they're dealing with in their lives, they somehow create these beautiful songs and they feel better as a person. I don't know if it's the same for you, but maybe similar. I don't know.
Very similar, yeah. That's what I'm
Awesome.
always saying. It's like a personal diary, a high school diary, and then
Totally agree. I love that, man. Um, have you had the opportunity to perform yet?
um, not not my music. I had
Okay,
one
cool.
opportunity. My dad also makes music,
Okay,
and he had a record release party, and it was
nice.
there was this one-off where I sang one of the songs that I was gonna have for my
Sure.
upcoming EP. And that was just great, and I was glad that people enjoyed it. And but that was pretty much the only time that I performed my music. I'm definitely trying to um, do more live gigs in the future,
Yeah.
and just really expand myself in that way, though.
Nice. Is there a song that you're most looking forward to performing in a live setting? One that you think is going to hit the hardest?
I really want to do. I had a song that came out last year. It was called Show and Tell.
Cool.
And that song is it's more rock, pop rock. But it's always been one of the most fun songs for me to sing.
Got
Um,
it.
and yeah, so definitely that one live. And then any songs that I release in the future, I know I'm definitely gonna want to perform. So
Awesome. No, it's going to be amazing, man. And then honestly, the more music that you make and kind of like the genre variation, the more dynamic a set list is going to be, which is also super important to a concert. Let's see here. I mean, I want to know a little bit more about you. So you are still in high school. Is that correct?
actually I graduated a year early, so I'm in
Oh,
my
nice.
freshman college, yeah.
Okay, where are you at college?
I am going right now. I go to Joffrey Ballet School, um,
Nice.
and I'm training as a ballet trainee in the yeah. Well, I'm training as a ballet trainee, but I'm actually taking my college courses through New Jersey City University. They have a partnership, and I'm working towards my BFA in dance.
That's amazing. Do you find that that has any impact on the music that you're making? Maybe different types of inspirations or even just the type of people that you meet?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, Dance with Me, Sophie. That literally all came from that experience, just
Awesome.
working closely with dancers, and being able to collaborate with my friends. Essentially, just
Oh,
um,
yeah.
especially for, I mean, the video. It was just all my friends living in the same dorm as me, and we were just like, let's just do this, and then then we
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you find that the music that you listen to has any impact on the music that you're making, or do you actively try to like, divide the two?
Um, well, for the most recent, for actually my most recent song, for Dance with Me, Sophie, I definitely, some of my friends were telling me like, oh, I like Arctic Monkeys, I like Cigarettes After Sex, so I listened to them a little bit, and I tried to
Sure.
include some musical aspects from
Yeah,
those tunes into my song because I was like, oh yeah, I think they'll like it. So that's
sure.
basically, but not usually. It's usually just whatever I think sounds good, and I'm like, yeah.
No, I totally understand because it's tough because it's like you listen to the music that you like, but you don't want to plagiarize it, obviously, but you want to be influenced by it because that's music that you enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's this weird fine line and weird gray area. I totally understand. Let's see here. So we are right at the beginning of March, and you have the entire year ahead of you. I know that you've got things in the works in terms of music, but are there any other goals or things that you'd like to see happen by the end of the year?
Yeah. Actually, so I'm again going back. I'm training in ballet right now. That's my thing. I
Sure.
just love it. It's the best feeling in the world being able
Yeah.
to express myself in that way. And for the longest time, this past year I had a pretty bad back injury.
Oh, yeah.
that's maybe just unable to dance fully the way I want to. And I'm slowly I've been getting better over the course of 6 months, and I'm starting to feel more like myself while I'm dancing, which is great.
Okay.
So I
Cool.
think by next year, I just really want to dig in and just see how far I can get in this time period, summer through the fall, and come back swinging next semester, and just really show everyone what I can do.
Nice. That's what it's all about. I have a couple more questions for you. What are you doing in your free time when you're not making music? How do you separate the art side of your life from, I guess, like the relaxation hobby side?
Yeah. So basically when I'm not making music, I'm probably dancing. Um,
Okay, cool.
there's I My program is very unique in the fact that the time that people normally spend at school, the morning hours, I'm spending dancing. So I usually
Jeez, man.
I'm dancing from 9 a.m. to 4:15 most days,
Wow.
and then I come home and I do school, and it's kind of reversed.
Jeez,
Instead
dude.
of doing school and then dancing, it's dance first and then school. And then in any free time, I'm writing songs after that, and just sending them off to my dad or my producer to see what they think.
Yeah.
And I actually the way we've done it, or we were thinking about doing it, is just in any of my breaks, and summer break, spring break, winter break, coming down and recording all these songs
Hmm.
that I come up with while I'm away. And yeah, that's just kind of what we've been doing so far. So yeah,
That's wild. So basically, it sounds like a nonstop life. That's insane. I mean, I hope that you keep it up because I know how difficult that is.
yeah.
Yeah, geez. Um, okay, I have one more question for you, and basically the question is okay, for the person that is going to discover you from this interview, what is an opening message that you'd like to say to them before they listen to your music for the first time?
Yeah, I like to act, sing, and dance. And my goal in life is to be able to use everything that I do, and collaborate with as many people as I can to just make art that I think I can be proud of, and that is new and exciting and exhilarating for people to see.
Sure.
Um, if you like dance, I think you might like me. And if you like to see things new that you may have not seen before, I think you'll also like me as well.
I mean, that's as good as it gets right there. Truly, that was a great answer. And Josh, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. But before we wrap up here, I want to plug your music for you. So, everyone who's listening or watching or however you're consuming this, I am speaking with Joshua McCooey. The song is called Dance with Me Sophie. And of course, we'll have the links in our article and everywhere else so that you can listen and share and follow along and obviously stay tuned for more. It sounds like there's a ton planned this year. I know that you're busy with life and everything else, but the fact that you can still put music out is, I'm not joking. It's an inspiration because I know how busy people get and how you get burnt out. And the fact that you're overcoming that is super impressive. So I want to thank you for taking the time out of your break, what is supposed to be your downtime, for doing this.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's just always a blast. Thank you.
Nice. You're super welcome. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and I hope to speak soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Awesome. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.